Alright, this is my first time making a video, so here goes. So this is a djembe guide for those who are just about to upgrade to TR8. While some of the things I'm about to discuss or demo may be useful for those who are TR9 or TR10, the specifics are most relevant to TR8. First off, don't rush to get all your fighters to 70. The 5 times 70 arena bracket is pretty tough. I went 70, 62, 62, 60, 60 to fight in the 5 times 63 bracket and found that working pretty well for me while still giving me a very solid djembe setup. So let's take a look at my djembe team. So first we got our tank. He's using an axe uh, with a strength rune because I was lucky enough to get those with the resurrection damage boost when activated. If I was smarter when I was first setting this up, he would be the only one with any gems. The reason being is because his stats are your most important, and you don't want to increase your power too much and increase the other team's powers accordingly by having gems that don't do as much for you in your mage's setup. So you'll see some of my mages do have gems, but if I had been smarter, I would have not gemmed them. But once your power is registered as going up, you can't. It'll your opponent's power will stay up even if you take your gems out. So there's no point in doing that. Armor is skeleton armor. If you don't have the skeleton armor, you can also use the self-healing armor. It's a good secondary option for the tank. Uh, this one is pretty important. This is the artifact. Upon dying, does the abyssal summoning effect. And then the rest of the team is 4 mages. Go take a look at those. There's going to be 1 res mage, 2 healing mages, and 1 damage mage. So the res mage, they're all using spellcaster artifacts. This one is once in a while when an ally dies. So when an ally dies, they'll get several reses off. So that means if one of your guys dies, you haven't wasted your res. So now you won't be able to res your tank when he dies. Then the healers, we've got 1 healer using when an ally is resurrected spellcaster. Both using the heal over times just because they are the better heal. Another healer using the when an enemy is resurrected. And we've got the damage dealer using when an ally dies. Damage dealer mage is using the deal damage to the greatest to the enemy who deals the greatest damage with the rune. Placing is kind of important. You want your res mage over here on the left, and then your healer with the when an enemy is resurrected on the right. This guy is the most likely to die from random arrows that don't seem to hit the tank for whatever reason. But when he dies, he doesn't lose out on triggering uh, like the other guys would, because his trigger is on enemy resurrection. So when he dies and gets rezzed, he triggers the other ones without losing his trigger. So that's pretty much it for the team. The rest of these guys, for the most part, we got some archers, and I got a couple of backup rezzers in case the rezzer dies. But usually, once this team goes down, I'm pretty much done. But I do pretty consistently get to 15 plus every time. I've been doing fairly well and got to 18 the last 2 or 3 times. So let's see how I do. All spells are freeze spells. These first few are going to be pretty pointless. Alright, so right around here is when it's possible for my tank to die, so I start paying a little bit more attention and bringing the playback time down to 1. If you see a teleporter, you usually just want to use a freeze after they teleport because you don't want them to kill, particularly your res mage. Your res mage is obviously the most vulnerable thing. So let's refill that. So usually you're going to want to use your freeze right after your guy reses. So you guys can best take advantage of all of the when opponent, when enemy ally reses, ally dies effects. I didn't quite make 18. I might be able to push through this with the leftovers. Probably not. Yep. So that was 17 this time, but not too bad. So you can kind of see my strategy when I use my spells. And hopefully this is helpful to you guys.